Hi everyone, welcome to this video where we'll explore some fundamental concepts in programming. Today we'll cover a range of topics that are essential for any aspiring programmer. Let's get started. These objectives will help us navigate through the key processes and tools used in programming. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how code is transformed into executable programs. Let's begin with the basics of machine code. Machine code is the fundamental language that computers understand, but it's not user-friendly. Assembly code bridges this gap by providing a more readable format that still closely represents machine instructions. Now let's discuss what an assembler does. Assemblers are essential tools that convert the more readable assembly code into the binary machine code that a computer's processor can execute. This translation is specific to the hardware, ensuring that the instructions are compatible with the processor. Next, let's talk about compilers. Compilers are vital for translating high-level programming languages into machine code. High-level languages are designed to be easy for humans to read and write, but they need to be converted into machine code for the computer to execute them. The compiler performs this conversion in one go, producing object code that can be executed by the computer's processor. Interpreters work differently from compilers. Instead of translating the entire program at once, an interpreter translates and executes the program one line at a time. This approach has its advantages and disadvantages, which we'll explore now. Take a moment to read the points on the slide. We will then go through some of the advantages and disadvantages of the compiler and interpreter. You may wish to pause the video at this stage so you are able to read the points listed on the slide. On this slide, we have the advantages of the interpreter. Again, you might want to pause this very quickly to identify the advantages of the interpreter. So compilers and interpreters each have their strengths. Compilers produce faster and more secure executables, while interpreters offer greater flexibility and ease of debugging. The choice between using a compiler or an interpreter depends on the specific needs of the project and the development environment. Some languages use both compilation and interpretation. Bytecode serves as an intermediate step between the high-level code and machine code. It is often a portable code that can be executed on any platform with the appropriate virtual machine. This approach combines the benefits of both compilation and interpretation, providing independence and efficient execution. Let's have a look at the stages of compilation. Each stage of compilation plays a critical role in transforming high-level code into efficient machine code. Let's break down each stage in slightly more detail. During lexical analysis, the compiler breaks down the code into tokens. Lexical analysis is the first step in the compilation process. The compiler scans the source code and converts it into a series of tokens, which are the basic building blocks of the program. This step helps in simplifying the subsequent stages of compilation. The symbol table is a data structure used by the compiler to store information about variables, functions, and other identifiers in the program. It helps the compiler keep track of where each identifier is stored in memory, which is essential for generating correct machine code. Syntax analysis involves parsing the tokens or passing the token stream into phrases and checking them against the language's syntax rules. During syntax analysis, the compiler checks the structure of the code to ensure it follows the rules of the programming language. This step helps catch syntax errors such as missing semicolons or mismatched parentheses before the code is executed. Syntax rules are the formal guidelines that define how programs should be written in a particular language. These rules are often visualized using syntax diagrams, which help programmers understand the correct structure of the code. Semantic analysis goes beyond syntax to check the meaning of the code. It ensures the code not only follows the correct structure, but also makes logical sense. For example, it checks that variables are declared before they are used and that operations are performed on compatible data types. Code generation is the stage where the compiler translates the high-level code into machine code. This process often involves multiple passes to ensure that the generated code is efficient and optimized for the target hardware. Optimization is a crucial step in the compilation process. The compiler analyzes the machine code and makes improvements to enhance its performance. This can involve removing redundant instructions, simplifying complex calculations, and optimizing loops to run more efficiently. Libraries are incredibly useful in programming. They provide a collection of pre-written functions and routines that you can use in your programs. This saves you the time and effort of writing these functions from scratch and ensures that the code you use is reliable and well tested. For example, if you need to calculate the square root of a number, You can use a function from a math library instead of writing your own square root function. The linker ensures that all parts of your program work together seamlessly. It takes the various pieces of object code generated by the compiler and links them into a cohesive whole. This step is essential for creating a functional executable program. The loader is responsible for loading the executable program into the computer's main memory. It adjusts the memory addresses as needed to ensure that the program runs correctly. This step is essential for the execution of the program, as it prepares the code to be run by the processor. In this video, we've covered the essential tools and processes involved in programming. Understanding these concepts will help you write more efficient and effective code. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more educational content. See you next time.